Right now, let's go to the Pentagon. John Kirby answering questions.
Read all those out. You can go back and look at the readouts. I mean, it's not like any of this came as some sort of shock, but we have, as we've continued to see the accumulation of combat power, and as we have now seen that so far anyway, Mr. Putin has not elected to de-escalate. Look, we still believe there's time and space for diplomacy, but thus far it has not achieved the kind of results that the international community would like to see. All that combined has led us to, again, want to contribute more capabilities to Ukrainian armed forces and be ready to contribute more capabilities to our NATO allies. So,
thank you, John. First, I wanted to know if you have noticed any change in the Russian posture, military posture around Ukraine in the last few days. And then you said Tuesday that all the 8,500 troops were coming from US, but Secretary Blinken said yesterday that they were coming from US and some were stationed in Europe. So I wanted to know exactly what is what. And what is the proportion of combat troops in this 8,500?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into a breakdown. I've gone and given you as much detail about the forces that the Secretary prepared to deploy orders that I'm comfortable doing right now. As for Russian buildups, we continue to see, including in the last 24 hours, more accumulation of credible combat forces arrayed by the Russians in, again, the western part of their country and in Belarus. So without getting into a tick-tock every day of how much more we're seeing, we continue to see him add to that capability. Not dramatic, as I said the other day, also not sclerotic. And then on the breakdown of, as I said on Monday, these troops that we talked about, this 8,500 on Monday, were coming from stateside facilities, and I just read to you the entire list of where they're coming from. But I've also said, Sylvie, and this gets at Secretary Blinken's comments, that we're not taking off the table the possibility of using forces that are already in Europe, who many of whom are already on an accelerated readiness posture. Not all, but some. Some are there on rotational deployments. Some are permanently based there. We've not ruled off the table the idea of maybe using some of them to also bolster our NATO allies if they need that. So it most likely, should there be a movement of American forces on allied territory, a growth in that, an increase, it's entirely likely that some of that will be achieved through using organic capabilities that General Walters already has on the European continent. Janie.
Thank you, John. U.S.-South Korea military exercises. You said that the U.S. and Japan are conducting the regular military exercises. When will the U.S. and South Korea joint military exercises resume normally?
I don't have an update for you on the U.S.-South Korea exercise regimen. I would point you to U.S. Forces Korea for more information about their exercise regime. I think you know, and we've talked about this many times, just like we're doing with Japan, I mean, we tailor exercises for the capabilities that we want to improve, for the threats and challenges in the region and in the area. And we don't do these things in a vacuum. We don't do them in a vacuum with respect to what's going on in the region and around the world. And we don't do it in a vacuum when it comes to our allies. The Japanese are also our allies. And just like with the South Koreans, we're going to continue to consult with our allies as we move forward with training events.